The greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. Hey kids, welcome back. Children, today we are going to do chapter number 13, Making a Difference from our English Students book. Children, see on page number 136. What do you do with used papers, old newspaper, canes and bottles? Do you throw them away or reuse them in some way? Yes, children. We can make a paper basket by using the old newspapers, or you can make a pen stand from empty soda cans and wind chimes from glass bottles to decorate our room. Yes, children. Recycling and reusing old items can help save the environment. It also brings out the creative side in us. Children, let us read this story about two children who decided to help save the environment by doing little things. Mitty and her brother Mehul walked home dejectedly. This was unusual because they usually walked home exchanging lively notes on the lessons they had each learned in school every day. Today they walked side by side, not saying anything. When a woman walked by with a dog, Mitty did not stop to pet it as she would have otherwise done. When they passed the ice cream man, Mehul did not run to him, even though he had the money he had earned from washing his father's scooter. Their bags seemed heavier, the way home seemed longer. So, children, there were two brothers and sisters, Mitty and Mehul, and they walked home dejectedly. Dejectedly means in an unhappy manner. So, on that day, they walked home in an unhappy manner. Usually, they walked home by sharing notes on lessons which they had each learned in school every day. But on that day, they were walking quietly side by side, and a woman walked by with a dog. Mitty did not stop to pet it. To pet means, children, to touch an animal gently and affectionately with hands. So on that day, Mitty did not stop to pet, and Mehul did not run to the ice cream man, even though he had the money which he had earned from washing his father's scooter. And their bags seemed heavier, the way home seemed longer. When children, their teacher had given them a big task and they were keep thinking of the same, and they were thinking very deeply, and they were very worried about what the teacher had said, and the house seemed far away. When they got home, mother and father were in the kitchen. They had made dosa and idli. Even that did not excite Miti and Mehul. "What's the matter?" asked their mother. "Have the two of you been quarreling?" "No, mother," said Mehul. "Did you have a difficult day at school?" "Is there anything I can do to help?" asked father. "No, father," replied Miti. "Unfortunately, there is nothing you can do to help." "That's justice," piped up Mehul. "Something very wrong has happened and there is nothing we can do about it." "Why don't you tell us about it?" asked mother. So, when they got home, mother and father had made dosa and idli for them, but they were not happy with it. So, Mother asked, "What's the matter? Is there something wrong between two of you?" So Mehul said, "No, mother." Then father asked, "If you are facing any difficulty at school, he could help them." So Miti said, "No, father, you can't help it, unfortunately." So Mehul piped up. Piped up means Mehul said something suddenly, and he said something very wrong has happened and we cannot do anything about it. So the mother said, "Why don't you tell us about it? Share it with us." Today we had a science club meeting to discuss about our environment and the damage we are doing to our beautiful planet. Our teacher asked us to think of something we could each do to protect the planet. Though we have thought and thought, it seems like too much damage has already been done and nothing we do will make a difference. So children, Mehul told his mother that they had attended a science club meeting in the school and they had discussed about the environment. Both Mitti and Mehul were concerned about the damage that had been done to this beautiful planet, and the teacher had asked them to think of ways in which the planet could be saved. And both Miti and Mehul were very upset about the extent of damage done to the environment and thought that the process could never be reversed. We can't change this damage. It will not make a change. Their mother sat quietly for a minute, thinking, "I am glad to see that you are both concerned about our environment," she said. "And I understand how helpless you must feel when you think about all the harm that is being done to it. So, let me tell you a story that your grandfather once told me. I don't know where he heard it, but I think that it might help you think about your problem in a different way." Yes, children, we are harming our environment day by day in different ways. We are polluting the rivers, the smoke which is being released by the vehicles, that is polluting our air. We are not breathing clean and fresh air. So, in different ways, we are polluting or harming our environment. So, Miti and Mehul's mother heard that they were concerned about their environment, they were worried about their environment. So, Miti and Mehul's mother told them that she is going to tell them a story once their grandfather told her, and it might help them about their problem in a different way. One morning, a man was walking down a beach. The beach was covered with dying starfish. The previous night, the tide had been especially strong, so thousands of starfish had been washed up on the shore. The fish were washed up too far up for them to make it back into the water by themselves. So, children, Miti and Mehul's mother started telling them the story that there was a man who was walking down a beach and he saw that there were many dying starfish. And the previous night, the tide had been especially strong. Tide means the upward and downward movement of the level of the ocean that is caused by the pull of the sun and the moon on the earth. So, or you can say flood. So storm, you can say. So in the previous night, the tide had been especially strong, and that thousands of starfish had been washed up on the shore. Washed up means you can say finished or no more, and they were deposited by the tides, and the fish were also washed up, and they can't get back into the water by themselves. So lots and lots of starfish and fish were washed up on the shore. They were dying. The man shook his head and he trudged along, thinking what a shame it was that all those starfish would die on the beach. He came upon a boy who was throwing the starfish back into the ocean as fast as he could. The boy was out of breath, and it was obvious that he had been doing this for a while. So, children, the man shook his head and he showed the grief that how would those starfish die on the beach, and he saw that a boy was throwing the starfish back into the ocean as fast as he could do so. So the boy was tired, but the man thought that he was doing for a short time only. He was doing for a while only. Son, the man said, you might as well quit. There are thousands of them. They are washed up all over the beach as far as you can see. There is no way you can make any sort of difference. So children, the man in the story asked the boy to stop throwing the starfishes back into the sea because it made no sense to him that the boy was picking up every single starfish and throwing it back into the sea. The boy did not even pause to think what he was doing. He kept throwing the starfish back into the water. As he did this, he said, I can make a difference to this one, and this one, and this one. And the man thought about what the boy said, and he knew that the boy was right. He began to help the boy return the animals to their homes. So children, the boy did not stop. He kept on throwing the starfish back into the river because the boy hoped to bring them back to life. So that's why he said this line, I can make a difference to this one and this one and this one. So because he hoped that he can bring life back of these animals. So he was throwing the animals back into the river. So the man in the story thought that the boy was right, and he also started helping the boy by throwing the starfish back into the river. Miti and Mehul listened with rapt attention. The boy did make a difference, didn't he? Asked Miti excitedly. Mother nodded. So, what it means is that even though we can't change everything, we can each make a big difference by doing little things that matter. So, children, by this story, Mother made them understand that one person can make a huge difference by doing their bit, even if they could not change the whole world. It means by doing little small things, we can change our environment, and that's make a big difference. Yes, I know what I will do. I will now reuse all the waste paper for rough work and practice work, promised Mitty. And I will help Mummy wash and recycle all the used bottles, cans, and jars so that we do not buy more plastic, added Mehul. Yes, if only all of us did one little to save our Mother Earth, our planet will be a better place to live in, smiled Mother. So children, Mitty and Mehul learnt that each of us can do a little to help the environment. If one person makes a start, everyone else notice it and start taking steps. So this will make a huge difference on the environment. Children, I think you have studied in your science subject about 3 R's: reduce, reuse and recycle. So children, follow these 3 R's so that it will make a huge difference on our environment. So don't waste papers, don't cut the trees. I think you should grow more and more trees for our healthy environment, healthy future. And do not use plastic which is harmful for our environment. Use cloth bags. So this small little steps will create a good impact on our environment. Till then, read the story, do reading practice. I will be sending you the notes. Bye bye. Good day.